And we are live. Episode 20, MoneyPot Podcast, the last live show. Before I do any introductions, we're going to start this show the same way we started episode 1. Got that liquid gold. You know what I mean? For my guys, man. Been a long, good, successful season. So, want to toast up real quick. He said I'm cool.
That pure white.
Yes, sir.
This was a good season, though.
It was. Good laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
Good laugh.
For sure.
All right, man. Season 3 to my guys, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Damn. But of course, it's the homie Moss Money. To the right-hand side, I got my man Steve-O. What's up, bro?
What's good with you, man?
I can't say always to the left. I got my homie B Diddy. What's good, bro?
Hey, man, we here, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
here.
Episode 21, last live show. Remember, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MoneyPot Podcast. Excuse me. Damn, my joint going down hard. Yeah. Hit me
Pause.
on.
Pause.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Steve be helping me out all the time.
Pause.
Woo. Right. He was quick with it.
Try to save you, my nigga.
Thank you. MoneyPotPodcast@gmail.com for any type of advertising. We got some big news coming on later in the show. I'll share that in a little bit. But first, as always, we start off the show with some culture, get into the black community. And I did send some notes. So on Martin Luther King Day, Joe Biden had a crazy speech, a real powerful speech that I think everybody should listen to. It not only affects black community, but also the white community as well. And this is what he said, and I quote, "We have a lot to root out, but most of all of this systematic racism that most of us whites don't like to acknowledge even exists. We're not even conscious. For an example, one person's name is Jamal, the other name is Jim. Both have the same qualifications for a high-paying job, but Jim gets the job. This is something we have to admit, and not just you, but we, white America, has to admit that this is systematic racism. It goes, It goes unmatched by so many of us. With all our surroundings, it isn't any wonder. There's no wonder that there's still a spirit of restlessness out there. How do we ensure that every American can live with a life of dignity?" Deep. Joe was out there. He was at an Al Sharpton event for Martin Luther King Day. I think I listened to the speech like 3 or 4 times. So just deep. I want to share that. Also, shout out to Meek Mill. I know y'all probably already know about it. You guys out there know about it. Him, Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin, Hove, nameless other celebrity and business entrepreneurs all got together. They did the Reform.
Yeah.
I believe it's called the Reform. Was it a company or just movement? I want to say for criminal justice reform. We already know that the United States houses the biggest population for prisons, and right now they said they have about 4 million of folks that are on parole. They're trying to get that down. Well, trying to at least ease off a million. That's the goal that I got from the article.
Right.
So shout out to Philly, of course, as always. Shout out to the homie Meek Millie.
50 million.
Yeah.
50 million.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's a lot of money, man.
Yes, sir. So always, we want to start off with some community stuff. Make sure that you always know what's going on in the world is definitely important with the times that we're in now. But we were laughing before, joking about the Sixers. What's up with this homie Ben Simmons, man? So we'll give a quick thing. Me and the homie B did it. We don't like Ben. No, I can't
not that
say
we don't. I like Ben.
No, I like Ben.
I like
You
Ben.
had it right.
No.
I like it. I like Ben.
I like Ben Simmons. And I wrote some stats down, man, because it's weird. He had a 20-29 game.
Let me sip this, man.
He had a triple-double, 21, 10, and 15. He had that 9, 6, and 6, 3 from 12 from the field game. I'm not even going to give us Steve, tell me.
No.
I
knew he couldn't wait.
Y'all
He couldn't wait, my lad.
Y'all go first.
No. Let me ask you this one question, bro. And this is for anybody that's out there too. What is Ben Simmons? Help me explain to me what is Ben Simmons. What does he bring, I think, to our team?
He's a playmaker.
He's just a playmaker, period.
Pure playmaker, and can do almost anything.
Okay.
Except for
Let
shoot.
him go.
Except for shoot. We're gonna take that.
Except for the
equation.
fundamental thing of basketball.
But here's the thing, that regardless if it's fundamental,
Okay.
he don't have to perfect that right away.
I completely agree.
That does not have to be perfected
Okay.
right now.
Right.
In his second year, it does not have to be perfected. If we're talking about this 5 years down the line, then we got a bigger problem.
We will be talking about it 5 years.
No, we won't.
He said perfected. He said perfected like he
shots.
working on it.
He actually had some good shots the other day.
Now I wrote that down.
Right.
The
I saw
motherfucker
it.
does have a
Yeah.
turnaround
I
fadeaway.
know it's like a hook shot.
Yeah,
That's what he do. It's like his hook shot.
It was a turnaround
No,
shot.
it's a
Okay,
turnaround.
okay,
It's a turnaround shot. I give him that. He goes to it a lot now because he's made a couple.
He's getting more
Let's
confident.
please.
more
Can we
confident.
get off the shooting part of Ben Simmons? Because we can literally count how many times he shot the ball in our hands.
We probably
We
can.
could.
We
So
probably could.
When we say perfecting,
But
that's
hold
like
up. I'm with Steve on this.
Okay.
He's getting.
He's showing improvement.
20, 20, and 9 is big numbers.
I agree. I agree, Steve.
It's big numbers.
And the other night, I didn't even say nothing.
I
didn't
knew
say
you
nothing to
couldn't
y'all.
wait about the other
He had a
night.
triple-double the other
He
night.
did. He did.
He did.
And he had
The ball at the hand at last. He did.
Right.
He did. And what did he do?
They won.
But what did he do?
What you mean?
What did he do with the ball when it was under the time that he needed to do?
He scored like a dunk.
He drove to the motherfucking lane
Yeah.
like we think he should do, and we agreed the last time before he
totally
bitched
did.
up.
And gave it to Jim.
And,
But here's the thing, though. With that, I honestly think that he plays more comfortable without Jimmy Butler in the lineup. Because now you're not looking – and they still need time to really mesh, to be honest, before we judge whether it was a great trade, bad trade, whatever it is. But Jimmy Butler then won 2 games at the end of the game with a shot.
Right.
So, I mean, you going down, you get a head start, 5 seconds left. I would have rather him drove to the basket, like we agreed.
Right.
But-
Facts. If you're going to get the ball,
Right.
and you know you have no
You
jumper,
can't give it to Jimmy like that. You can't give it to Jimmy because what they're going to do is what I'm going to do, and I'm not even no kind of coach. I'm going to trap Jimmy to get the ball out of his hand.
back to Ben's hands.
Right.
Right,
And now
right.
you got to make him shoot. So you got to put it in your playmaker hand. He's the best passer on the team.
Not under 5.
You still
Either-
have to. You have to. And
But-
B can't get to bring the ball up.
But that comes down to us having him on a court under 2 or under a minute or under 30 seconds. Because, and granted, we all played basketball at some point, right? We all went to the rec league and played basketball. We all know who's the best person on the court, right? Oh, B. Diddy out here giving the ball in the paint, right? Oh, but I can hit a 3 if I want to hit a 3, but I ain't the one that you're going to be getting the 3. I know there's another dude over there. I'm going to pass it to him. He hit the 3. Yeah. So we all know what we got and what we bring to the table.
Right.
As a player, if it's under 5, B. Diddy ain't bringing the ball up.
But Jimmy can't.
Steve, are you bringing the ball up on the 3?
No.
So Ben Simmons need to know I can't bring the
He
Jimmy.
has to.
Come get the
He
rock.
has to.
No,
He has
come
to.
get the rock,
I'm glad you didn't ask me because I would have told you I'd bring the fucking rock up.
and then we lose it.
Facts.
Right? That's the problem. That's the issue. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of them things. I think as he gets older, as he gets more mature, he gotta continue to work on his game. My thing is this: I think Ben's going to be a great player in this league.
I hope so.
If we're going to win a championship, and we're doing really good against the West, I think we're like 17-4 against the West, some real ridiculous number against the Western Conference. But I think to win in the playoffs in a 7-game series, right? Best of 7, we will have to learn how to close games out. The games
Is
are
that not Jimmy?
And I think Jimmy is the person.
Okay.
I think Jimmy is the person the ball needs to be in the hands. I don't care if you get double teamed, triple teamed. You got to be able to put somebody into a position where we can have a chance. And that's my main thing. And Ben Simmons, I think he's great within the game. I think he's an all-star, as he's well-deserved to have an all-star bid. Within the game, he's giving you those stat lines. He's moving the ball. He's distributing the ball. He's doing his little hook layup or whatever he's done, a couple dunks in the game. He's doing all that.
Right.
But when the game counts,
He said hook layup.
I don't want you nowhere near the rock. I want you, if you're going to be anywhere on the court, I want you at the 4. I want you grabbing that last second rebound and finishing. That's just my thing.
Yeah, they asked him about him being a 4, and he said whatever it takes to win.
Right.
But I want to go back to what you said about Jimmy. So Jimmy's going to see a specialist for his wrist. I think it's his shooting hand. So, but, we have a sense of what Jimmy's been since he's been here. Right. His attitude, we kind of already knew it coming in, but we got a taste of it with him butting heads with Brett Browns.
Allegedly,
right. And we know what he gives us on the court, right? All-star type player. I think he's one of the top 3, top 5 two-way players. We had that conversation a little bit earlier before we got on. And he's a closer. We've seen that already. I think he's going to opt out to get the max deal. But here's the questions, and I'll hit you with this first, Steve-O. The trade deadline's coming up. Who knows what's going to come from this wrist injury? We know what he brings to the team and to the Sixers and to even the city, as obviously football is closed and the Sixers are the next best thing until Bryce Harper comes down, hopefully.
Cha-ching.
Do you trade Jimmy at the deadline? If you can get max value back for him.
Well, what's max value?
A player close to his caliber, if not his caliber.
Give me an example.
Or give me somebody's available.
Right.
That's tough, man. I keep thinking about Clay.
Nah, they're not giving.
Yeah, Warriors not giving Clay up. It got to be somebody like you're saying, your Conley, your Gasols.
Yeah, and if it's Conley, no, absolutely.
Yeah. What though? Because Conley's the name that's been out there. No. So you keep Jimmy for the year and just ride it out. Ride it out.
And hope that everything can. I wouldn't even say get better, like the relationship, because I don't think it's like a tarnished relationship.
Yeah, it's still a working relationship.
It's cool. I mean, you just hope that they gel together. Like I said, I don't think that. I mean, he's been here for a while, but I still don't think that they got familiarity with each other. They're not. They ain't had no off season together. Right. They didn't have all of the different trainings together. So you just throw a guy in while the season's going. You still got to get comfortable with him.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I would keep him. I wouldn't trade him. Hope that we can bring him back, make a good pitch to him. Look, we want you here. See what we can do. Whatever it is, we'll sign it.
I agree with that.
And then going with what you said earlier, if we want to make the playoffs, do the Sixers have to win home court to run deep, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals at least? Because to me, this is what I look at this team. I mean, right now, what are they in the 4th seed? Is Boston still in the 5th? Mm-hmm. So that's a tough.
The Pacers going to drop.
Yeah. They're going to drop. Where are they at? Are they 3rd?
They was 3rd.
Yeah, they're going to drop.
Okay. Yeah, so you're right. They're going to drop. So I don't want to play Boston because the way Kyrie's playing right now, I think he's stepping up to his leader role, and he's playing at an MVP.
You see what he had to call though, man. He had to call a big
homie.
He had to call a big homie.
I mean, it's you know what, and I had that for I think for last week, and I thought it kind of died down and kind of happened, and I think that a lot of people blew it out of control. I don't see nothing wrong with the man owning up to his mistakes and then calling the man that he, that's respect to me.
No, it is.
But a lot of people was like, no, like get the fuck out of here, bro.
I think the way it was is how it was done though. The first time around. No. The first time around, how he kind of like pretty much shitted on them, like Kyrie, like little brat temper tantrum.
Right.
I want out. I don't want to be around him. I don't want to call him. No, nothing.
But isn't that just a immature person at that point?
No, I just said that. I said that it was just, and a lot of people, that's what you see. So
right.
You remember how it went. So some people like, man, fuck out of here, dog.
Right,
Oh, now you want to call. But like you said, it shows maturity. It says, oh, all right, well, let me call the person who I shitted on. And like, look, I understand how hard it was.
Right.
Like, and like I said, I was young. I wanted everything at my fingertips. I wanted to be the man. And now he getting a taste of how it feels to be the man.
Right.
Everything falls on him. It's not Jaylen Brown, Tatum. You still got veterans there. It's not Horford. None of them. It's Kyrie. Yeah,
Facts.
You're the reason.
It's maturity, man. You can only respect a man that owns up to his mistakes and learning from it. He's saying he's letting everybody know, letting the world know. But most importantly, he's letting LeBron know, I'm sorry for the bullshit I put you through 2 years ago. That
he was really trying to teach.
Right. And I've realized now everything I was ignoring is real.
Yeah.
And, I think these are kids. These are young kids that's put into these situations at a young age, making a whole lot of money, and everybody wants to be a star.
And used to being a man.
And used to being a man.
Before, when he was in Cleveland before Brian came, he did whatever he wanted. It was no onus was on him because they was losing.
Right.
They weren't expected to win. So I can go out there and score 40. I could take 30 shots.
Right.
I don't have to pass the ball. I can stay in ISO dribble, cross whoever I want over, make it look good. We lose. I don't care.
Right.
Our expectation is we're trying to get the number one pick. So that was their expectation. That 2 years in a row they got number one pick. So it's like he had nobody to hold him accountable. But now you're in Boston. That's their culture is to win. They want to win.
Facts.
And we need you to do everything you got to do to win. And you got to get these younger kids more involved and on board as well. Because last year, I seen what these younger kids can do when you weren't on the court. They passed the ball. They got everybody involved. And if you can't do it, then it's almost like, are you the cause?
Next.
Yeah. Are you the cause, bro?
I can dig it. So that's what we got on the Sixers. But shit, man, we didn't get a chance to really talk about these birds. Tough loss a couple weeks ago. I think we've all moved on. I think a lot of the outlets right now, they're already looking at the Senior Bowl next year and stuff like that. And my thing is this, like, the Super Bowl didn't even happen yet. So football's not even over. And I know we're quick to move on, but I'm just like, for the MoneyPot podcast, we just kind of just going to enjoy the Super Bowl when it comes up. Because that's obviously a big event. I'll do a vlog about all the prop bets. There's a million prop bets you can do in the Super Bowl. So that should be a good time. Make sure y'all check that out. But since we're on that point, I think we had another conversation about the free agents. And I think that's kind of a big deal because we have a lot of them. So I'm going to play a little stay or go game. I'm going to give you a name, and you both say stay or go. And we're just going to go right down the list, and we're going to get the free agents out. And then down the line, we'll talk about trade scenarios and all this other stuff that's going to come. So, first one, Ajayi.
Go.
Graham.
Go.
Well, I think he's looking for that next paycheck. He earned it. So I'm okay with us not paying that, and he can go. But I respect Graham.
100%,
much love.
100%.
I just think you need to go get the bread.
And I much.
Brandon was my guy too. I've always been a Brandon Graham fan.
I wasn't always a Brandon Graham. To tell you,
a lot of people weren't. A lot of people thought it was because of Earl, because Earl Thomas.
Because of Earl Thomas.
Was and you ask some people still to this day, they still say we should have took Earl.
I do, but I think
no fucking way.
It took Brandon Graham almost 3 to 5 years to kind of get into a rhythm. He's only a 5-sack guy. But he's a utility guy that does a lot of different things.
Let me defend my guy though.
Okay.
He had 3 different defensive coordinators. His first year, he had 5 or 6 sacks his rookie year, and then he got hurt. I think he tore his ACL.
Right.
And then he had a new D coordinator. They changed defenses to a 3-4, if I'm not mistaken.
To the wide 9.
Right. Oh no, was it the wide 9?
The wide 9.
It was the wide 9.
And then they went to the 3-4.
And then they went to the 3-4. But he still played. After he got hurt, And then he got hurt.
I said
think
he
got
played
hurt
line. Remember, he
twice.
played linebacker for one point.
Yeah, he played linebacker.
Listen, I respect Brandon Graham.
Okay.
Especially
as a defensive lineman, for him to be able to do that.
I get it, but
he was at those times though. He was mediocre, to be honest.
Right. He was
he
undersized.
was out of position, though.
He still was mediocre. Though.
He was. He still got 5 sacks. I think as an outside linebacker, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a 5-sack guy, but 5 sacks isn't great.
No, it's not.
It's not great.
For
but
a
I think
full-time
for this
starter?
team, I think he did a great job for us, especially in our championship runs. I think those seasons were big seasons. He made timely plays for us, and it's that I remember. I think he was a great utility guy, great rotational guy.
Too, though. A lot of people
He's
underestimate.
a dog against the run.
Yeah.
And he brings that attitude. He's good with the people here, the media. So it just was good. Like, I think it was a good fit for him.
Does he not have the greatest play in Eagles history?
That strip fumble?
No.
Philly.
That has to be the greatest play in Philly history. True.
Just why?
But
Just 'cause it's Philly?
No, that was a crazy play.
No, it was.
Oh.
What do you?
We-
That
we-
was crazy.
I don't
Remember,
know,
we were down. We were
bro,
down.
they gotta-
We were
What?
down when that Philly came up.
Right, but you think we were stopping? Tom had 500 yards. You think we were stopping Tom if he don't get that strip?
No, but I.
It was the
But
only
I know
sack
if
of
we
the
don't.
game.
I know if we don't.
I'm gonna tell
was
you
the
how. I'm
only
gonna tell you
sack
how.
of the
I'm gonna tell you how
game.
Philly is the greatest play in history. They got a trophy for it. I mean, not a trophy, a statue for it down at the link.
They do. They do. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick.
All right, next one. Hicks.
Stay.
Oh,
It's my guy.
Yeah.
It's his guy too.
You don't
But
like
they
Hicks,
going.
so
I'm gonna tell you this
Because he gets
they're
hurt
gonna have
all
they're
the
gonna-
time,
he
bro.
do. They're gonna have to get him on a discount. The Eagles they got the ball in their court on this one, so he'll stay at what they want him to stay at. Because
Okay.
what it is, he's going to test the market. He might not get somebody might pay him, but his injury history is going to hurt the contract that he should have had. Because when he's on the field, he's well above average.
He didn't. I don't think. He didn't play that well this year. I didn't think.
No, he did. He
This
had,
was a down year for him.
No, it wasn't. Look
I
at
think
the
it
stats.
was.
Look at
I
the
think it
stats.
was.
Look at the stats.
Compared to his other
listen,
years,
bro. Look at the stats, and you'll see. Seriously, I think he had the most solo tackles of his career.
Really?
Yeah, he had a really good season, but he just when he was on the field.
Because when he's healthy, he's a ball hog.
Yeah, especially early in
You
the
know what I
season.
mean?
I remember he was all over the place.
Yeah, he was all over the place, man.
Darby.
Go.
Ooh.
It's funny, man. Now that we had these last 3 weeks and LeBlanc showed off, Maddox showed off, we got 3 young guys. Darby's going to cost us a lot. He can go.
I mean, they'll get him for a discount if they want it because of the ACL. But it's almost like, all right, we can bring him back 1 year.
It's going to take him. I don't think he'll be ready for next year.
Exactly. That's why he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous goods there.
Obviously, I think this is an easy one. Wallace.
Yeah.
Who?
Mike Wallace.
He was on our team?
Yeah.
Dang.
You know what's crazy?
Did he
though?
play?
He played like 1 or 2 games.
He got hurt the second game of the season.
But as soon as he
On the
was in
first
there,
play.
they were chucking it to him.
Yeah.
They were testing that deep
Yeah.
ball early.
Really?
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest though. I'll bring him back for veterans minimum. I'll bring him back for cheap.
I mean, I don't even know what he can do.
Absolutely. But the thing about it,
He
is
just stressed the field guy.
Okay.
he only missed 2 games in his whole career prior to that broken leg.
Crazy.
That's great. That's good, Dory.
Spurls.
Whatever he want to do.
He can go. He
I
can
mean, if he want to stay, he can stay. He want to
feel
go, he
you,
can go.
I feel you.
I mean,
Steve.
it's up to
I
him.
feel
Whatever
you,
he-
Steve. I'm gonna keep
whatever
it a
he wanna do,
bean.
right.
I feel it. That little ass nigga can go. excuse my language.
He can kick rocks, man.
Peters.
It's a tough one, man.
That is a tough one because we
Because
got
here's the
hurt
thing.
on the offensive line.
Here's the thing. Peters ain't he started every game this year, which is crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he
stat.
left games.
Yes,
You
he
feel
did.
me? So
yes.
he left like first quarter in the game,
Right.
then return, second quarter, second half.
He's another one that earned the right to stay or go.
Yeah, I think it all.
I wouldn't
depends
mind
on
bringing. I've been a big. I think I said this almost 2 years ago, Steve. I think we should have drafted an offensive tackle for him like 2 years ago because I just think he was such a liability.
They really like the kid, the rugby dude, Jordan
I forget his last name.
Maliati.
Yeah, he says this is next year's his time.
No, they really like him.
But
so he's there to mentor. I
The
think
problem
he'll
with
stay.
Peters now is though, if you let Peters walk, and me and Steve go back and forth about this joint all the time, I'm not moving Lane Johnson to the left tackle. I'm leaving my best right tackle in the NFL, arguably the best tackle in the NFL, on the right side because that's where
they're going to. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to understand.
Because the big thing about when Lane got his extension, the deal was set up for him to be a top paid tackle on the left side. That's the way the numbers matched
That's
up.
why your ass going to the left.
But
you got to think it too.
But why would I move if he is the best on the right hand side and then he's just a little bit off on the left?
But we don't know that
because your quarterback is.
But I know what he is on the right side.
But you got to think about Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson wants to be the left tackle. He wants to be the best tackle.
He is the best.
Football.
He's
the best right tackle. But you got to think, you want to be the left tackle. You want to be the blind side tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he want to get some stiff competition on that right side, bro. You just can't let him move to the left.
No, I mean,
You know
I
what I mean?
think as
The Khalil Macks, the Lawrence.
It's like your promotion. It's like, yo, all right, you know, you going to the left tackle, and you like, here we go.
Yeah.
Like it's an honor to be the left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like you imagine bringing Jole Nada and he gonna be your starting left tackle. You got this guy over here on the right side. Like I'll be looking like, Coach, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He got to go. He got to start on his right side.
Your left side is the most
That's what we got.
important tackle.
Yeah, because it's the blind
And
side.
so I think respect to Lane Johnson and the work that he put in being the best right tackle. I don't see him not having an issue being the best left tackle. I mean, he's going against all the big time players anyway. Mm-hmm. But now he just has responsibility to make sure that you save the back of Carson Wentz.
It's definitely a different position.
Of Carson Wentz.
Warmack.
Go.
Who?
Chance Warmack?
He can go, bro. What a waste of money.
Nada.
Go.
I mean, yeah.
Tate.
I like Tate.
I like Tate
I
a
like
lot
him
too.
If we can keep
like
him, if we can keep him cheaper, then I don't know what's going to cost to keep Tate. I like Tate.
I like Tate too.
We just gotta get him. I mean, he only had a couple weeks to really kind of mold and get into the system. It matters. Does he like it? Does he like it here?
I think so. I think he.
He came out and said he would love to come back.
Yeah,
he said he don't have that many years left. He want to play for a contending team.
Yeah.
Right.
He would love to stay here.
I think, and he made tough catches.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was only like
that's
2 or
his
3.
career though.
Yeah.
He's always made tough catches.
And then he's so great after the catch.
Yeah.
We don't have nothing.
I would
like
love to
that.
keep him here.
Matthews.
Go.
Yeah.
The other Graham, Corey Graham.
But is Matthews not? I
think
mean,
he
do we
gonna
have to?
retire,
Can we
though.
not keep
Go.
Matthews though? Can we not keep Matthews for cheap? Why
Probably.
not? Let's keep the bodies.
No, I think he might want to.
Come on.
He
He
ain't
might
getting paid,
think
bro.
I was reading something that he think that he might got a shot to get a good amount of money somewhere
Well, if that's the case, then all right.
because
You
he's
got,
God
been
bless him.
healthy.
God bless him.
So yeah,
he's a good player. He's a solid player.
He's all right.
Yeah,
he
he's a body.
he's definitely solid.
Corey Nelson.
That's
who?
a linebacker.
I think it's a lot.
Yeah, he's special teams guy. Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna skip Rodgers. I don't care about Rodgers.
I think he actually gonna come back though. Keep an eye on that. Richard Rodgers.
Yeah, Richard
I
Rodgers.
think he'll be back.
I think this is really important right here, and I think this is a good one. Sudfeld, backup, the third string quarterback.
Gotta keep
Is he a free agent?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
You sure?
That's the list.
We
I
can't
looked
have
at.
3, 2. Well, we got to keep
I
Sudfeld.
don't- Yeah, he's going to be. I thought they signed him. I think he's.
Oh, he already got
I
signed.
think he
re-signed?
did before, like this year. I think because they said he's definitely going to be the backup.
Yeah,
So I don't-
either way, we need a
Yeah, I don't
backup.
think
So
he's-
he's
I
the
don't
one that's
think
going to
he's
be it,
free
unless we're
agent.
picking up somebody, which I don't think.
And of course, I skipped over the man himself, Nick Foles, but I think we all know that he's not going to be around. So he's been linked to a couple teams. We got Miami, we got the Jags, Washington. It's been rumored, and a
Shit,
dark
and the
horse, a
Giants.
dark horse that I read that I thought made perfect sense was the Patriots. If Tom retires.
So let's look at it here. I
You
guess
ain't-
the question
you're not
is,
getting shit for him from the Patriots though. They don't give up nothing and they trade.
well, you're assuming that we're signing and trading. Is that what we're saying?
We're assuming that they're going to pick up the option for $20 million, and then we're going to
or
trade him.
franchising.
I think,
You can do either one.
but I think the signing would be cheaper, right? Because the franchise is the top 5%.
It's 24, right?
It
24
was
million?
like 24, 25 million. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't pay that.
You can't pay that.
So sign and trade.
Sign and trade.
I would like to see us make a move down there in Jaguars country
Too.
because
Give me Leonard.
I think we can make some moves
Give
down
me
there.
Leonard Fournette.
Nah, man. I don't like that move,
Give me
man.
Leonard, and you got him.
He's got a history of hamstring problems. That's my problem with him.
Yeah, but they run
And I go back
by
to college.
Here.
Like, I go back to yeah. But if I get Leonard, I'm giving him the ball 25 times. He's a bell cow. You got to run him.
Give me Leonard, and you can have Foles. Give me Leonard in the pick, or I mean, they probably won't give up Miles Jack, but I'll take Miles Jack too.
Wow, that's a big piece.
Huge. But I need a high draft pick with that because I'm giving you a quarterback, bro, and not even a Super Bowl MVP quarterback as well. I need more than just Miles
Jack.
Jack.
We was able to pluck Ramsey from him.
That'd be.
I don't think
great.
But he's off limits. I heard from what they were saying. Like,
he's a corner piece.
Yeah, they not giving him up. I might do that. I wouldn't say straight up, but I might take a third round in Ramsey for Foles.
I'd take a fourth from Ramsey.
Yeah.
Because I'm signing Ramsey right away.
Yeah.
As soon as he come in town, I'm signing him. And my secondary looks legit.
Yeah.
And he brings attitude.
Legit, yes. Yeah. Especially against the Odells. Who else is in the division? Who's in Washington? Anybody?
Amari Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Cooper. True. I forgot about Cooper. Yeah, we need that. So we've seen the bitter-ass New Orleans fans.
Boo.
They talked a lot of shit. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of videos.
Yep.
Drew Brees doing some type of Tourette, some shit in the club. Listen to me.
No, that's not even the club. That was their locker room.
That was locker room.
Oh.
They turned the locker room.
It had some crazy stuff going on.
Lights
and stuff.
Yeah.
My bad.
It looked like a club.
Did they just come the second most hated team? I mean, did y'all see the music video?
Mm-hmm.
No.
There's a music video about them bitching about getting.
Yeah, it was people
rematch.
rapping.
People rapping. They had the governor.
Yeah,
they had a petition, billboards. Shit is just wild.
I mean, it is a crazy play they missed, though.
It is.
It is. That was the game.
But guess what? It was a crazy.
But you earned it. They earned that.
It happened.
I mean, that's karma.
That is karma.
That's karma.
Karma 100%.
It's karma. My homie did a live joint. He said, yo, y'all better win next week. My man said, y'all better win next week.
Right.
All this hooting and hollering about y'all beating the Eagles, y'all better win next week. Because you know, he said, and I quote, the guys or the football, whatever, they don't like ugly. And I swear, if I can replay that for y'all and see it, that's exact. And then the next week, that's what happened.
Good for him.
Good for him. And my Rams, we won win away. We won win away.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
That was a tough pill to swallow. But speaking of right into the Rams, so we got Tom Brady, Billy Goat.
God, these dudes are always in the shit.
Against the Rams, a rematch. I forget what year that Super Bowl it was.
A rematch. Are you kidding me?
Just a quick snippet. B Diddy, go ahead, break it down. Break down. Just give me some keys of this game. We can't obviously break down. We got another week until the game, but give me some keys of this game where you see and make you riding with the Rams. Give me a reason why the Rams are going to win this game.
I'm riding with the Rams first. Can I just share that?
Go ahead.
I put money down on the Rams future bet back in August or early September.
Tell them how much. Don't play with them.
I put $200, 2 units down. These are my units. 2 units down on a future bet for the Rams to win the Super Bowl. It was paying 10-1 at the time. And I think I saw one game. Also knew the roster, but I seen how they were playing. Like they just looked like they were playing Super Bowl contending type of offense. And the names on defense, I just feel like they can play with anybody.
Right.
I said, all right, I'll put $200 down. If I lose, I ain't got to pay that thing down till February, right? And my birthday's that weekend anyway, so it might be some birthday money. You know what I mean? So whatever, I'll just do it. And that's what I did. So here we go, fast forward to a week before the Super Bowl. My 200 can flip 2,000. So my 2 to 2K is what I'm looking for. So I'm all about the Rams.
So tell me how they're going to win this game.
This is how they're going to win this game.
Okay.
I think Sean McVay is the next genius of a coach.
Okay.
I think the brains that he has, the way he can make adjustments, his demeanor and the way he talks to his quarterback keeps him calm. I think his team feels that. I think he leads them in the locker room. So and he has pros on his team. He has veteran players on his team. But most importantly, the key to this game is that defensive line for the Rams. That's going to be the key. And I think they got the piece. They made a big trade that people questioned with Fowler. And they were like, "Dang, they give a second round, first round pick for Fowler? That was crazy." And look at it. He done made one of the best plays for them to get to the Super Bowl last week. So it's not the edge pressure I'm worried about. It's that if they have the pieces to push Brady out the pocket. And I think that's going to cause Brady to have issues. Brady gets the ball out quick. And I think early in the game, I think we have another genius on the other side, and Bill Belichick, and everybody know Bill Belichick, is going to know that. But Brady has problems when pressure is in his face. You have arguably one of the best D tackles ever played a game in Aaron Donald.
Facts. Along
with one of the toughest D tackles to play the game in Dominican Sue, who's been quiet but been quietly doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not the Sue that we knew years ago, but he's Sue that
he had a solid game last week.
Right, but we knew Sue to be the wrecker, right? The home wrecker.
Yeah, well, he takes
his role.
He takes up bodies.
Right. That's what I'm saying about being a pro.
To give Donald
one-on-ones. Yeah. I'll take the doubles and the triple, or if I have to come down, I'll hold and pull to give Donald free, because he knows that's that guy. So
yeah, Donald's the better player.
It's going to come down to this D line, and you're going to probably have to rush for maybe blitz here and there. But if you can get pressure up in that front pocket, but the New England's O-line's been playing really, really good this postseason, haven't let up a sack yet this whole postseason. But I think they have the key.
He got sacked against Kansas City.
Yeah, they got sacked a couple times.
He got sacked a couple
I thought they didn't give up. I would.
Because Justin Houston got a fumble, a strip sack on him.
I must have missed that. I thought they were saying that he didn't.
I think they gave up the sack.
I think at least one or two in that KC game.
Well,
but they have been playing really good. Like they've been playing. They offensive line
been playing extremely well.
Yeah. Right.
I just think it's going to be the front line, and I think offensively, the Rams they're a problem. Th're going to score. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring Super Bowl.
You know what the total is?
I think it was like 53, 55.
Okay.
Right now, I think it's going to be pretty high. I think it's going to get in the 30s.
So Steve-O.
So it's going to be in the D line.
Defend the Billy Goat. You're a Rams guy.
I would love for the Rams to win.
But tell me why the Patriots are going to win this game.
I don't know if they're going to win. Who said I said they're going to win?
The line tell you they're going to win.
No, but it's Tom.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Tom terrific. You just, it's hard to bet against them. Like I said, I would love for the Rams to win.
Like
I just think that
a golden rule.
What I think is going to happen though, the X factor to this game is going to be like James White.
Again.
But you know why? Because Kamara was killing the Rams out of the backfield a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they adjusted to it the second half, started chipping in with Sue, different players, lining Donald up on the outside to chip him if he's coming out. But, I mean, the frequency that they was feeding Kamara in the passing game in the beginning of the game, it was just almost unstoppable. They couldn't do nothing with him. They was getting Littleton matched up on him.
Getting killed.
Was burning him. And I think the same thing, Bill Belichick is great for getting mismatches all over the field.
And not even that, too. I think the one thing that people took away from that KC game that they're not even seeing, Belichick really did take away Kelsey and Hill.
Right.
Like they were non-factors in that game.
Well, Kelsey scored.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a Kelsey game,
right.
Like his normal output.
Eight catches.
185,
110,
yeah.
Take a teeter.
In a teeter.
Yeah.
So I think that New England can do the same formula what they did to KC. Long, methodical drives. Keep their offense on the side of on the other side of the field.
I think the Rams got a much better defense than KC as well.
Yeah, but you know what they do in terms of names? But they still give up a lot of yards. You know, that defensive line is leaky against the run. And then, New England has this new thing of waves of running back.
Let's bring it back. You're right. Tom Brady has 0 sacks against
I thought so.
I thought he had
I don't think he got sacked this postseason yet.
Yeah.
They were saying that because he went against 4 of the best defensive ends in the league. And that was Bosa and Ingram and Houston and
but that San Diego game, that joint was set up for them to get killed. They were done. They were tired. They were gassed.
This is I do want to jump in that real quickly. The way these defenses was playing, and Tom is going to be Tom, but the blueprint, the way he got there, the defenses and what they were doing is just one of them tapes that we're looking at and we're saying, as I'm the Rams, we're not doing this. And I think we're going to see a lot of different things as far as a lot of movement up on a defense, a lot of places where we can make Tom have to possibly, is this right or is this not? Is it man or is it zone? What are they doing? At least for the first half.
And then you got to remember who their defensive coordinator is to the Rams. They got
Wade Phillips.
Who beat Tom.
Right.
When he was in.
Wade knows what he's doing.
Yeah, man, but it's Tom, bro.
I agree.
You can't. My only thing is, and I don't want to stay too long in the game, but the only thing with Tom is just that he is the GOAT, right? He's the Michael Jordan of football. Right. He's
It's not the Michael Jordan of football.
He's not?
He's not?
Who's the Michael Jordan of football?
It ain't no Michael Jordan of football, man.
What are you talking about?
Tom not the Michael Jordan.
Come on.
Tom lost. Mike ain't lose.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, he's got 5 rings, bro.
This is his 9th Super Bowl.
And Mike ain't never had no scandals, man. No cheating scandals.
In 17 years.
I'm just saying. But go ahead, man.
This is his.
I'm going to call him motherfucking Michael Jordan of football.
I'm going to agree with you on
He
that.
need to go to football.
Yeah, so my thing is this. Like, you can throw anything. It's nothing you're going to throw at this man that he hasn't seen yet. So, to me, in this game, and I think you're completely right, for the Rams to win, the defensive line has got to dominate this game. And I think what you said also with just the coaching matchup being the Wizard and Belichick, he's going to scheme something up that just isolates somebody. But I'm going to tell you the X factor in this game, man, and he's been quiet. It's got to be Todd Gurley. Man. Todd he's got to there's no way the Rams are going to win with C.J. Anderson.
No, but it's going to be the combination of effort. I don't think we're going to you're not going to depend on.
Now, you in these games, in these Super Bowls, you need your stars to show up. There's no way around. If you look at all the Super Bowls,
I think the Rams have enough weapons where they can get a good productive game out of Gurley. He don't have to have a crazy game.
Man. He's got to have.
If C.J. Anderson is rushing for 75 yards, and Gurley is rushing for 70.
Because I don't think it's the. And I get what you're saying.
We didn't need a home. We didn't need a horse to beat New England in the back. We didn't need a horse.
No. I'm not saying we needed a running back. I'm just saying your stars need to shine. For us, when we beat Tom Brady, it's because Nick Foles was step with Tom Brady.
Right.
That's why we won the Super Bowl, because our star shined brighter than their star, which is kind of hard because Tom had 500 yards and like 4 touchdowns or something crazy. But
I get what you're saying.
But Todd, I'm telling you right now, because Belichick is going to take away something. He does it every game. He's going to take away what you want to do, and he's going to force you to do what you don't want to do. Look at every team they've played. They've always bracket. They put Gilmore on their best receiver, and then bracket another receiver, and then make you go to your 30 or 40.
I already know who he's going to. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you who he's going to try to stop Brandon Cooks.
But then you got.
But he knows how to stop Brandon Cooks.
And
he had Brandon.
And that's
Cooks.
what I say. That's where I feel as though he feels the key piece for that offense and a deep threat is Brandon Cooks. If he holds down Brandon Cooks from getting those little gap yards and those little last second catches and those ones that get to get into space, and he's now going for 20-25. If he can hold that down, I feel like he's. But the way, and I get what you're saying. If C.J. Anderson wasn't on this team, I'm 100% with you. Like, Gurley has to play.
Do you really think C.J. Anderson is going to do something in this Super
I think
Bowl?
C.J. Anderson gives you 50 yards. He's having a great game.
I agree.
We don't need C.J. to have a 100-yard game or 75-yard game. We just need him to get positive yards, which he's been doing, and nobody's been able to stop him. He's been getting 4.5 yards, leaning, kind of like you're not Ezekiel Elliott, but just falling forward to when now I'm bringing in Gurley.
Downs,
right, I'm bringing Gurley, And then Gurley can give you that. So I'm not saying that I think if CJ wasn't there and they had whoever else they had back there and he only going to give you 20 or 15 yards.
And let me say this with CJ. Don't forget, he has the experience too.
And he's fresh. He's only played 6 games.
Fresh.
But I'm not saying he's not your
Right?
starter.
Am I right or wrong?
Huh?
Wasn't he there with
the Broncos?
Yeah, when they won the
Yeah, I
Super
think he was
Bowl.
there.
Yeah, he was a back. So he's got the experience.
I don't think that's the key. Because I think Todd Gurley can't drop passes. He can't have them 2 drops. Like you can't have a bad game. But when you're getting the ball, we need you to be productive.
So you put Gilmore on, and like I said, we don't want to
put Gilmore on Cook.
You put Gilmore on Cooks. You bracket Woods.
Everett is going to be your key piece in this game. I guarantee you.
Him and the other kid, 83.
Reynolds. Yeah, I think they're going to allow Reynolds to get what he's going to get. But I'm telling you, the tight end number 81, I'm telling you, he's going to be the key. I'm telling you.
You guys are bugging.
I'm going to hit you on the text like, yo, what I tell you about Everett?
Yeah, we got to figure something out for the Super Bowl. I mean, we'll figure something out. Real quick, early play. We already know you with the Rams.
Yeah, but but let's go back to.
No, I'm gonna go Patriots. I'll go Bill.
And I am hedging, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
I am hedging. I'm pissed off. I hedged right away with the money line when it was a pick. So now I got to throw a little extra dollars in. I'm gonna lose a couple dollars if they lose, but I'm definitely putting 500 on the Patriots.
Okay, solid. So that is the show. Last live show. Got my bros with me. I want to thank everybody who's ever watched, whoever clicked, whoever liked, made a comment, sent me a text, did anything to help support MoneyPot Podcast. I truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it. And just a couple things coming up for the new season. It's looking like this might be the last time you see us in this type of setting. I'm working with a deal. We're going to probably, if not, I'm going to say we will move to internet radio for the podcast, which is huge to put us on a more of a, I don't want to say global, but more, I guess so, global network where anybody in the world can listen to us. So that is fucking amazing and fucking huge. Just to remember when I first started this show, I was on my computer, just me, and you just heard Steve's voice like it was God coming out in the back. Just a voice that I was like talking to myself. You saw me and you just heard a voice. So it's just crazy where we are right now. Also, we need to talk, fellas, we need to talk again, but the Super Contest. So what the Super Contest is, the biggest sports, well, not to say sports, but it might be actually the biggest sports bet that you can make out in Vegas, where you bet on the season of football. We should be going back to that next year. I did it, Steve, my second year? It was the second year I did. Yeah, it was last year I did the Super Contest. Didn't do too bad, did good, stumbled at the end, had a shot. I think at one point, what was it, Steve? Like week 13, week 14, I think it was like maybe like 100 from first. And first place took down like 1.2 million. And I think it was like 3,000 or 4,000 entrants. So I was like 100 from first. And then that pressure kicked up, kind of stumbled a little bit at the end. But next year, hopefully as a group, we'll be doing that. We'll be giving out those picks next year as well. Instead of giving us locks, we're going to be doing the Super Contest picks per that line. And then we all are obviously handicappers right now. We are giving out basketball, NBA, college, NHL, and obviously when NBL baseball comes up, we're giving out picks right now. You can always message me on Twitter, Facebook if you want a part of the action. I got a couple clients out there that is doing this, killing it right now. I think today I was 3-1.
Thank you, sir. I want to say thank you because you gave me a good pick today, and I cashed out at Michigan State.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to that.
You know, Michigan, you mean?
It was Michigan. Michigan, yeah, sorry.
Michigan.
But you gave me Michigan State yesterday?
Yeah, I gave you Michigan State yesterday.
That's two.
Right.
Right?
So daily picks are 25. Weekly are 125. Monthly is 250. Shout out to everybody who's already trusting me. I know they're making money. I know they're up. I got texts all day. Nate, my one man, hit me up. 11:30. Nate, can I get some locks? What's up? You ready? You got them this early? Fucking yeah, I got these locks this early, man. Come on, man. I'm ready. Moss Money, S.B. Diddy. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Twitter.
Right.
like, subscribe. 2019 season 4 is coming strong, coming harder and better than ever, man. We out of here.
Peace.